everyone, this is Vanquish here, and welcome to my review on the deluxe Nox Driver, the latest Kamen Rider belt to come out from the Kamen Rider Zets line. This is Kamen Rider Nox. This is his true Kamen Rider form, and this is the belt. The Nox Driver come with the new Shadow Capsule. Nox on the side, here's the back, and then showing off his forms, the Gun Shadow and the Wolf Shadow. They will be coming out as a set in Rider Capsule Set 4 on January 17th. So, let's get on with the video. Alright, inside the Nox Driver, we are granted with this beautiful belt right here. This is the Nox Driver. We have a blue side and then an orange side. You're also included with the Shadow Capsule, which this little button here opens it up. It's kind of almost like a Wonder Ride book when you pull the sword out, but it has a light that shines through this part from the driver to shine and show the image. So we're going to demonstrate that. So take the side with the hole into the blue side with the driver. Confirmation sound. Now you're going to want to click this button right here, which allows it to turn 360. And then spin it. Henshin. And then to activate the additional sound, instead of sliding it, you're going to want to press this button. Alright, so for the finishing attack, you want to hit this release button again in order to activate the finishing standby sound. So it's flashing a yellow and blue LED from the driver. So the finisher is called Shadow Redemption. I personally think it should have been called Shadow Extinction, but oh, you know, whatever. So that's what it would be if you had just the driver. Now, if we had a couple more capsules, maybe we can get some other noises. So to remove the capsule, you're gonna want to press this button right here above where the blue part is. The speaker is actually located on the orange part, so it's not as loud as the Zets Driver, but it's still reasonable volume. And that's like your henshin noise, which actually sounds really cool. We'll take a normal capsule, like the gravity one. This will work for any capsule that's not the erase capsule. It will create the sound for a nightmare. Put the normal capsule in. Spinning. Oh, sorry, it doesn't work like that. You gotta hit this button again. Nightmare, and then you spin it, unleash. And it does have a finishing attack. Unleash is the attack, and I gotta say that sound effect was kind of eerie. Kind of remind me of a sound from the Implosion Rage buckle. Then we'll take the erase capsule, if you got the Nox Driver unit set. This actually has a special noise. This will go straight into the finisher because there's no like form for it. So that's all the sounds it can do at the start. There's still a sound for the Wolf Shadow and the Gun Shadow and Rider Capsule Set 4. It will be releasing on January 17th. So we'll get 2 extra sounds in there, which are pretty much 2 armament weapons for him. The wolf is like a wolf sword, and the gun is a weird looking sniper looking thing. Or rifle. They don't look good, except for the wolf one might be decent. There is a sound for chaos or chaos, And then there's I'm guessing, could be his final form. This is Kaos. And then this would be if you insert the capsule for the next form, which it will do something like this. I don't know, I kind of dig that sound. And then the capsule will do its special noise, or whatever the attachment is. It will finish the rest of that sound for Nox's, I'm quote-unquote, probably final form. With that, that is all of what the sounds can do in this driver. Alright, now we move into the Zets Driver portion of the video. So take your shadow capsule and put it into the driver. Now, the wolf and the gun shadow will create the exact same pin combination in the Zets Driver as well. Because I'm pretty sure they're all going to be programmed just to create the nightmare sound in the Zets Driver. So spinning, press. So I like the fact that it has English in this belt so much. It says, awaken nightmare, never end. Activate the nightmare sound. Personally, I thought when this capsule would go in, it would activate the darkness, quote-unquote, sound. But I think that might be another form for Zets down the road. So this just activates the nightmare sound. This has the exact same finishing sound like all the other capsules, so I'm just not going to do over banish, and it's going to be the same exact noise as you heard before. So we're just going to do the regular banish. Now, let's move on to my final thoughts for the deluxe Nox Driver from Kamen Rider Zets. Alright, we come down to my final thoughts on the deluxe Nox Driver. Do I recommend this? No. For the first time, actually, I really do not recommend getting this belt if it's your first item from Kamen Rider Zets. You're better off just getting the Kamen Rider Zets Driver. You're going to get a lot more functionality out of it, a lot more playtime, the LEDs are a lot more colorful, and the spinning of the capsule just feels very satisfying. This one, you're just pressing a button. Yes, you get a picture with the light illuminates like a little picture show in a kind of sense, but it kind of gets tiring over time. The spinning 360-degree function is very stiff. If it had a little bit more lubrication, I think it would be in a really fun time just spinning the belt, doing the actual functions of what the Nox Driver is supposed to do. Limited amount of sounds. You're only going to get the shadow capsule. If you have the erase capsule and any other regular capsule, you're going to get like 2 extra sounds. I would highly recommend waiting until January to get this. Middle of January, that's when Rider Capsule Set 4 comes out. You'll be able to get the shadow and the gun capsule, and you'll get like 2 extra sounds. The only thing I don't like about is with Ray was that the secondary rider belts have been very limited in terms of functionality, especially if they have sounds built into the belt. I do appreciate that it pays homage to other past Kamen Riders, especially with Evil saying like the name in an evilish voice and that teardrop sound effect, but it's just due to the lack of sounds, the LED is not fun. I think I liked it more in the Zets Driver because the belt parts were translucent and it made it look very fun and interactive, and I think it was just a very fun item. Nox doesn't really do that. It's more built into the part of the driver. It does feel small when you're wearing it. I feel to me it feels a lot smaller wearing this than the Zets Driver, because I thought the Zets Driver was smaller, but Nox feels a lot smaller. I would recommend waiting for like a sale to get the Nox Driver, or get I think there's gonna be a set with the final form coming in like April, sometime early May. If you're a huge fan of Kamen Rider Nox, go out and get it if you want. It's just, you're going to be very limited on sounds. I think you're going to get a lot more functionality out of the Zets Driver. If I had to recommend Zets Driver or the Nox Driver, just get the Zets Driver. You're going to get a lot more fun out of it, a lot more playability, and the sound very interesting. And I really, really like that about the Zets Driver. And then the fact that the belt glows in the dark. This does not. Only in the center, the chest piece. It runs on 3 AAA batteries. And with other than that, that just kind of wraps up my review on the Nox Driver. You can follow me on TikTok at ChaosLeo815. I will be posting a henshin video cosplay for Kamen Rider Nox tomorrow on January 1st of the brand new year of 2026, the year of the horse. And I should have some special announcements coming in January regarding my channel for Vanquish and my special art channel, Gosh Kaze. And make sure to always rate, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you guys have a happy new year. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Now I have the power. Exterminate the mission.